From Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois, this evening it is game number 2 of our opening day triple header for the 2024 Chicagoland Collegiate Athletics Conference Baseball Championship Tournament. Today, this is a matchup here between numbers 2 and number 5 in the tournament seedings. The number 2 seeded Roosevelt Lakers coming in at 28-20 on the year, and the number 5 seed St. Ambrose Fighting Bees coming in overall at 25-20. They tied for second during the regular season in the CCAC, both with 19-13 records. And the Lakers of Roosevelt University able to get to the number 2 seed via tiebreakers. Lakers vaulting themselves throughout most of the season. They were around the number 6 seed, but they had a sweep at the end of the year of Indiana South Bend, vaulting them in a tie with St. Ambrose, and they get the number 2 seed. The winner of this game will move on and play tomorrow night at 7 p.m. against the winner of the third game today between Olivet Nazarene and St. Xavier. This game delayed now by almost 2 hours thanks to weather delays for the first game today. It was a thriller. St. Francis with a game-ending grand slam in the bottom of the ninth inning to defeat upset-minded Trinity Christian by a final of 8-6. So St. Francis will play the loser now of the third game tonight, and Trinity Christian will play the loser tomorrow. At 1 p.m., they will play the loser of this ball game here this evening. Lights are on here at Dooley Health and Care Field. Overcast skies. Hopefully the weather has moved out permanently for the day. And let's take a look now at the batting orders for today's ball game. For visiting St. Ambrose, Adrian Zaitera leading it off in right field, followed by Noah McCreary at second base. It'll be Brandon Matias batting third in at DH. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Brock Weber. Batting fifth will be Bryce Vincent at shortstop. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Jake Muha. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Joey Fitzgerald. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Daniel Lockery. And batting ninth, the catcher, Garrett Latos. Sergio Marquiza on the mound today for St. Ambrose. For the Roosevelt University Lakers, their order is as follows. It'll be Sebastian Casillas leading it off in at second base. Then Bryce Heyman batting second and in center field. Koa Ogawa batting third and at shortstop. Batting in the number 4 spot, James Berry in left field. Batting in the number 5 spot, Luis Delgado, the DH. Batting sixth at first base, Jack Kiefer. Batting seventh will be Ben Compton at third base. Then it'll be Luis Estrada batting in the number 8 slot and catching. Batting ninth will be Luca Palucci, the right fielder. And then it'll be on the mound today for the Lakers, Omar Abuia, as we get ready to go for game number 2 between the numbers 2 and 5 seeds here at Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet. Glad you've joined us as we await the starters to take the field here and about to get underway for game number 2. Game number 3 tonight will feature Olivet Nazarene and St. Xavier, as we may wind up being here late into the night thanks to game 1 weather delays, as the Roosevelt Lakers are the home team, so they are about to take the field here as we get set to go for game number 2 here in the first round of the CCAC Baseball Championship Tournament. So on the mound again for the Lakers, Omar Abuhia, a 7-0 record, a 6.24 ERA, 11 appearances, all in a starting role, 53 and a third innings pitched, 77 hits, 43 runs, 37 of them earned, 24 walks, 38 strikeouts, opponents hitting .345 against him. St. Ambrose coming into this game with a team batting average this year in 45 games of .299, so just a tad below 300. They have a .396 on-base percentage and a .464 slugging percentage, as they have hit 45 home runs, so right there, and even 1 per game for St. Ambrose's offense here in 2024. A warm and humid evening here. As we said, rain throughout portions of today's game. We had a weather delay for lightning initially. That was about 45 minutes, and then we had a downpour and about another 50-minute delay after that during the 7th inning of today's first game. Right now, the temperature here in downtown Joliet under cloudy skies, checking in at 78 degrees. And as we said, it is a humid day right now, as the humidity checking in at, let's see here. See if I can scroll down and find it. Well, not too bad, 56%. So here we go now. And started off here for St. Ambrose. It'll be Adrian Zatera, and we're about to get underway here. Glad you've joined us from wherever you may be as we hold forth here in Joliet, Illinois. Zatera, a .377 hitter, has a home run and 26 runs batted in. Home plate umpire wants to have the music on the public address taken care of. And now that's been taken care of, and we're ready to go. So here's Zatera, the right-handed batter standing in. And here's the wind in the first pitch. And that is jumped on. High fly ball, left center field, coming on, and a running catch made by James Berry in left for out number one for Roosevelt. Berry, a long running catch there, so one away here for St. Ambrose, and that'll bring up Noah McCreary, the second baseman. So one pitch and one out here as McCreary stands in, a .329 hitter this year, has 8 home runs and 39 runs batted in. McCreary, left-handed batter. Here's the wind and the pitch. And that'll be in there. Strike call looked like around knee high. No balls and a strike here to McCreary. Again, it'll be followed by Brandon Matias and then Brock Weber here. Top of the first inning, St. Ambrose in their blue jerseys with a gray pants, swinging a ground ball to the left side. Charging Koa Ogawa at short, scoops it up, throws to first, close play, not in time. And so McCreary legs out an infield single, and he's aboard at first base for St. Ambrose. So a one-out base runner here for the Bees, and here's Brandon Matias. Matias, the DH for St. Ambrose. He is a .371 hitter on the year. Has a home run and 16 runs. Rather, beg your pardon. He has 16 home runs and 53 runs batted in. Shifted the columns over there a little bit, reading the stats. First pitch to Matias is in there for a called strike. And it is 0-1. Abuiha now working out of the stretch. Toes the extreme right edge of the rubber. 1 on, 1 out, top of one. Next pitch, a fastball down and inside. Good stop there behind the plate by Sammy Estrada on the count, even at a ball on a strike. So we've had one result in the books, that dramatic 8-6 win by St. Francis in the first game earlier on today, about 45 minutes ago. Here's the 1-1. Strike called on the outer half, and so the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Matias, right-handed batter. Hails from Glenview, Illinois. Here's the set now. And the 1-2. Pitch not made, throw to first base. You know, it's interesting. Thinking back, I don't know that we had to throw to first base in all of the first game today. I don't think we did. It just kind of jogged my memory when that throw to first was made just now. Here's the set now, and the 1-2 pitch to the batter. And that'll be a fastball upstairs to even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matias out of the box briefly, now back in. Back foot just inside the back line of the batter's box. Throw to first base, and the runner back in standing up. So we stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Quick look over at first base. Abuiha now will come set, and he deals. And that'll be in toward the turf, and a swing and a miss, strike 3 as Matias going after a ball low in the zone. And that'll be out number 2 in the inning. 2 away, and that'll bring to the plate Brock Weber. Weber, left-handed batter, stands in. He's a .294 hitter. Has 5 home runs and 40 runs batted in. So St. Ambrose trying to advance a 1-out base runner here with 2 away now. There's a swing and a high fly ball sliced foul left side out of play. No balls and a strike for Brock Weber. Game 3 coming up later on tonight. Then we'll be back at it. Another triple-header tomorrow, 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. Hopefully the weather will be a little bit more cooperative. We've had years where we've had weather back us up late into the evening. I remember calling one game here at Dooley Health and Care Field. Ended like at 1:30 a.m. And other times we've had tournaments where we've sailed through weather-wise. Here's the set. Throw to first base, and the runner back in standing up. So McCreary takes his lead at first. And the pitch to the plate. High and tight. And that'll even it up now 1-1 to Brock Weber. Bryce Vincent next. Then it would be Jake Muha, the left fielder, if we continue on that far. Top of the first inning, no score. In our second ball game of the day. Lights came on just a few seconds, well, maybe not that quickly, but a few moments after the first game ended here today. As here's the 1-1 missing outside. 2 balls and a strike now. So 2-1. And the announcer forgot to switch the graphic, which I've just done now. Apologize for that. And here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and a ground ball to the right side. Short right field there as it goes to the second baseman, Casillas, who throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So in the inning, St. Ambrose not able to capitalize on a one-out base hit. As in the frame, no runs on a hit, no errors, or runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning with a score. It is St. Ambrose nothing, Roosevelt coming to bat, and you're tuned to CCAC Tournament Baseball. So we head now to the bottom of the first inning, and Brandon Marchesa will go to work here now for St. Ambrose. As we go bottom one, it'll be Sebastian Casillas to lead it up now for Roosevelt. Marchesa this year, 4-3 with a 5.84 ERA, has thrown 49 in the third innings, allowed 50 hits, 39 runs, 32 earned, 19 walks, 45 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .259 against him. And while I was reading those stats, the first pitch came in and missed for ball 1. So 1-0 here to the Roosevelt leadoff hitter. Righty versus lefty. Marchesa working out of the stretch the entire time, it appears now. Here's the kick and the pitch. And that'll be over but low. 2 balls and no strikes here for Sebastian Casillas. Roosevelt coming into the game, a .307 team batting average. They've been able to score well all season long. As the delivery to Casillas, he takes a strike on the inner half. 2-1 now. Lakers scoring 337 runs in 48 games and compiling a 28-20 record. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on, and that'll be fouled off to the left. And so we're even at 2-2. Casillas, a .349 hitter for the year, has 2 home runs and 31 runs batted in. So 2-2 to the left-handed hitting second baseman. Here's the pitch. And that'll be fouled off to the left side on a play almost fisted to the left. Looked like that ball made contact right above the bat handle. And so the count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Righty versus lefty matchup here. And the pitch. Swinging a little soft liner into right field for a base hit. So Casillas starts off the Lakers with a single, and here is Bryce Heyman now. These two teams played a 4-game series back on the 12th and 13th of April, and they split the 4 games. St. Ambrose won the first 2, 13-4 and 16-10. Roosevelt came back and won the nightcaps of that series, 4-3 and 6-3 the finals. So here's Bryce Heyman. Left-handed batter stands in. And the Lakers center fielder awaits first pitch, nearly hits his right shoulder, but he backed away out of it in time, and it's 1-0. Heyman this year, a .313 hitter, has 4 home runs and 31 runs batted in. And the pitch. Swinging a foul off to the left side out of play. Count even in a ball and a strike. As we said near the top of the broadcast, Roosevelt, they were hovering around number 6 in the standings, which would have gotten them a place in the first game today against St. Francis, but they swept Indiana South Bend at the end of the season, and that really helped out their seeding. There's a throw to first and the runner back in. Heyman stands in. He'll be followed by Koa Ogawa and then James Berry. Here in the bottom of the first inning, scoreless game. Marchesa comes set in the pitch. And then a miss outside. 2 balls and a strike. Wind has died down a little bit here, blowing out toward left field, but seemingly not as strong as we had earlier in the day. First game today had multiple home runs, including a game-winning grand slam. There's a ball outside. 3-1 now for Bryce Heyman. So Heyman in a prime hitter's count here. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swung on, popped up, left side, foul territory. And that'll be out of play, landing, I think, on the berm down the left side. So the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Heyman back into the batter's box. A little bit of a light sunlight filtering through the cloud cover here. You can see, if you're watching our video stream closely, some faint shadows. There's a swing and a pop-up as the runner was going, and it'll be in foul territory, left side near the dugout. And running out of room there, that's Fitzgerald at third base on the play. Casillas was going. He slipped and fell about 3/4 the way to the bag at second, but no harm there as it wound up to be a foul ball. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. First full count of the day. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And now throw to first base behind the runner and not in time. No drop third strike with first base occupied. It's a strikeout for Heyman, and that's the first out of the inning for Roosevelt. And that'll bring to the plate Koa Ogawa, who has had a banner year offensively for Roosevelt this year. Ogawa, top 5 in home runs in the conference, 426 average, 9 homers, and 55 runs batted in. Ogawa jumps on the first pitch here and hits it into the air to left field, backpedaling there, and the catch made by Muha in left. And that will be out number 2 in the inning. So Ogawa jumping on the first pitch, but lines to left field. 2 away for James Berry. Berry, a .295 hitter on the year, a home run and 37 runs batted in. So Marchesa on the mound trying to get around a leadoff single from Sebastian Casillas, who takes a lead at first base, and the pitch to Berry. Golf swing here, lifted deep in the air, down the right field line toward the corner, back to the track, and that'll be pulled foul. And so a long strike for James Berry. Berry out of the box briefly, now back in. Bottom of the first inning, scoreless game. Here's the set now. Throw to first base and the runner back in. Casillas again takes his lead at first. Faint sunlight, but there was a throw to first base, but for what it's worth, the sun field still might be a problem there in right field for Zatara for St. Ambrose. And here's the next pitch. Swung on as the runner going. Popped up, back behind home plate. Latos going back toward the screen, and it'll be out of play. Landed right in front of us. Takes a high hop in front of our booth. And lands in the seats below us. So now the count on the board here is no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the set and the pitch. Fastball, a little bit up high, just above letter high level, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Luis Delgado next, and then Jack Kiefer here for Roosevelt here in the bottom of the first inning. Lakers the home team here in this game. And the pitch. Right back up the middle. Hits the front incline of the mound. Hops out towards second base, and now it'll skip into right center field. Here's Casillas going to third base, and Roosevelt now with runners at the corners with 2 away in the inning. Barry ripping one right up the middle for a solid single. Good effort there by McCreary at second, went after it, just couldn't come up with it in short right center field, and now that'll bring to the plate Luis Delgado. Delgado, a .333 hitter this year, has 5 home runs and 28 runs batted in. So Roosevelt trying to put together something here with 2 away. Righty versus righty matchup here. Marchesa now comes set here. And the pitch. And that'll be over but low. 1 ball and no strikes. So a little bit of a mini jam here for the St. Ambrose right-hander. Runners at the corners and the pitch. Swung on, pop foul right side out of play. Count even to the ball and a strike. Delgado, right-handed batter, back into the box. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Fastball up and away. So that'll run it now to 2 balls and no strikes. Casillas at third, Barry at first for Roosevelt. The pitch. Breaking ball in there, called strike. Good pitch there, and the count now even at 2-2. Boy, well-executed pitch. I think especially since the count was 2 balls and a strike. So 2-2. And the delivery. Upstairs, runner from first going. There's no throw. No doubt there, Latos behind the plate, thinking that maybe Roosevelt might be trying to draw a throw to try to advance that runner at third base. Although that would be a risky play with 2 away. Anyway, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Although if that throw goes through, you can still get a hurried throw back and get the runner at the plate. Here's the pitch, swung on, popped up right side, and that'll have some carry to it. Out into medium deep right field underneath it there, and the catch made by Zatera, and that'll end the inning. So in the inning for Roosevelt, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave a pair, and after 1 inning of play, scoreless between St. Ambrose and Roosevelt, you're tuned to CCAC Tournament Baseball. Here we go now. Bryce Vincent will lead it off in the top of the second inning for the St. Ambrose Fighting Bees. Winding the first pitch here, and it'll be in for a called strike. 0-1 to Vincent. It'll be followed by Jake Muha and then Joey Fitzgerald here. Well, it's just checking between innings as here's the 0-1. Missing outside. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Mentioned earlier on that the Lakers and St. Ambrose tied for their conference records at 19-13. There's a swing and a bouncer, left side, 2-hopper to Ogawa at short. Gloves, throws to first base, 1 away in the inning for St. Ambrose. So the 19-13 records for the 2 teams tied with 2 more teams between St. Xavier and Olivet Nazarene. They were all 19-13 in the conference. That must have been quite a a tiebreaker scenario to determine the seeds. And St. Ambrose wound up as the number 5 seed out of all that, and Roosevelt number 2. Here's Jake Muha now, batting with the one out and the base is empty, and the first pitch is in there for a called strike 0-1. Muha, left-handed batter, hitting .258 on the year, coming in. Muha hitting .258, 2 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Faces an 0-2 count now, and the pitch high and away to make it a ball and 2 strikes. Abuiha now kicks and deals. Swung on, and a line drive into right field for a base hit. Solidly struck there. As in right field, Luca Palucci gets it back to the infield, and Jake Muha aboard with a one-out single here for St. Ambrose. That'll bring up Joey Fitzgerald, the third baseman. Fitzgerald, a .333 hitter, 6 home runs and 39 runs batted in. Here comes the set now and the pitch. Fouled straight back into the screen, and it's 0-1. Daniel Lockery next, then Garrett Leto is here for St. Ambrose. Fitzgerald, back foot just on the back line of the batter's box, swinging a high pop-up left side, foul territory. That'll be out of play. Ben Compton at third base having a look, as did the left fielder James Berry, but it went out. So now 0-2 here to Joey Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, left-handed batter, awaits. The set. Throw to first base and the runner back in. Righty versus lefty matchup here. Abuiha. Now comes set. And the delivery. Upstairs on a heater. So 1-2. 1 on, 1 out here. Top half of inning number 2 in our ball game. No score as of yet. Abuiha now comes set. Throw to first base and the runner back in. Fitzgerald now waits. And the pitch to the plate. Goes after a high heater and pops it up. Skies it short left field. Ogawa going out. Berry coming in. Ogawa calls for it, and the shortstop makes the catch. So that'll be the second out of the inning, and that'll leave it up to Daniel Lockery, the center fielder now. Lockery, the outfielder, 5'11", from Fox Lake, Illinois. Went to Grant High School and then went to Triton College before playing ball here at St. Ambrose. Lockery, right-handed batter, stands in. .264 hitter. No home runs, 18 runs batted in. Throw to first base and the runner back in. Garrett Leto is next, and then it would be Adrian Zatera here for the Bees in the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch. And that'll be over but a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. Lockery this year, a .343 on base percentage. Slugging at a .341 clip. And the pitch, runner going, pitch outside, throw to second base, and the tag applied here at second by Casillas, and they get him to end the inning. A 2-4 caught stealing will close out the frame. So in the inning for St. Ambrose, no runs, a hit, no errors, and none left on base. And we go bottom 2. It is St. Ambrose nothing, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Here we go now, bottom of the second inning, as Roosevelt, the home team, here in our middle game of our opening day tournament triple header here at Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet. And so for Roosevelt now, it'll be Jack Kiefer to start it off here for the Lakers. And here we go to the bottom of the second inning. Marchesa into the line in the first pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. It'll be Kiefer, Compton, and then Estrada due up here for Roosevelt. Kiefer, right-handed batter, awaits on the pitch. Kind of a mini golf swing and a ground ball, about a six-hopper out to second base. McCreary has it, throws to first, and one away in the inning. One away for Ben Compton. Compton, a .243 hitter on the year, 2 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Compton moving the turf around there as if there's dirt. I don't know if they put anything like that on a turf field in the batter's box. Never really, there's a called strike and it's 0-1. Never really thought to look into it. Sergio Marchesa, an inning and a third. That was just now his 27th pitch of the ball game, and the next pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Righty versus righty matchup here. Compton awaits, waggles the bat over his right shoulder, and now the delivery. Look out, high and tight, and that runs it now to 2-1. Compton, like several Roosevelt batters, crowds the play a little bit. Slightly angled stance toward the third base line. The pitch. Fastball missed inside. 3-1. So Compton on the verge of perhaps drawing a one-out walk here. Here's the set. 3-1 pitch. Going after that one. Popped it up right side. Foul territory. And then it looks like it'll go out of play there. Brock Weber at first base having a look. But now we're in a 3-2 count. Game 3 tonight. Later on, Olivet Nazarene against St. Xavier. Then back at it for three more tomorrow. Here's the set and the pitch. Off the end of the bat and popped up. Right side out of play. So we'll hold it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Each team with 2 hits in the ball game. Just past 6:15 p.m. Central Time. And the 3-2 reaches out there and hits it high into the air. Left center field could be into the gap here. It looks like in a one-hop defense. This will be extra bases here for Compton. And Ben Compton pulls into second with a stand-up double. First extra base hit of the ball game, and Roosevelt with a runner in scoring position here in inning number 2. So Compton doubles. That'll bring to the plate Sammy Estrada. Estrada this season, a .258 hitter, has hit 3 home runs and knocked in 25. Has a chance here to drive in potentially the first run of the game on a base hit. So Compton at second base. Throw back to second, and a tumbling attempt there by McCreary behind the bag. Looked like he had to reach behind his back there to come up with that ball. There's no Marchesa back on the pitching rubber here. Here's the set. And the pitch. Fastball high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. We play in the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless game. Roosevelt threatening here with 1 away in the bottom of the second frame. The pitch. A little bit of a mini golf swing in the air toward right field. Coming on Zatera, able to make the catch for the out. That ball not a lot of carry to it. So now 2 away in the inning. 2 away. And here is Luca Palucci, the right fielder. Righty versus righty. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Palucci with a mighty cut there, but he came up empty. So he's behind at 0-1. Palucci this year a .289 hitter, correction, .269. 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. One of his home runs was an inside the park homer. There's a called strike, no balls and 2 strikes now. To Luca Palucci. St. Ambrose a strike away from getting out of the inning without any damage, trying to strand a runner in scoring position. Here's the set now. And the 0-2. Taking down and away, and the at-bat continues. A ball and 2 strikes. Marchesa looks in for the sign. And the pitch. Down and away. And that'll even it up now, 2-2. Well, I think things can turn around so quickly. You get ahead 0-2. A lot of times pitchers will waste a pitch. That makes it a ball and 2 strikes. And then here's the 2-2 right now. And up high, 3-2. That's exactly what I was talking about when I started to say, you go 0-2, you waste a pitch. Then if you miss the next one, then a little bit more pressure on the pitcher. You miss that, and suddenly now it's a full count, and you're at risk of walking the batter. Here's the set now, and the pitch to Palucci. Takes ball 4 outside. Marchesa thought he had the strikeout, started to come off the mound, but it'll be a 2-out walk here, and the inning continues for Roosevelt. Back to the top of the order, and Sebastian Casillas. Casillas 1 for 1 with a base hit. He had a single back in the first inning, but was stranded on base. 2 on, 2 out, bottom of 2 in a scoreless game. Righty versus lefty in the pitch. Swinging a pop-up. That'll be left side, out of play. 0-1 the count. Bryce Heyman would be next for Roosevelt if the inning continues. No balls, 1 strike. Lights have been on since before the game began, but not yet taking much effect. Here's the set and the pitch. Taken upstairs to even the count of the ball on a strike. Casillas entered the game with a .402 on-base percentage and a .487 slugging percentage. Swings at this one and lofts it into left center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Rounding third, Ben Compton. He will head for home, and Roosevelt takes an early lead on an RBI double. Opposite field there for Sebastian Casillas. Palucci to third on the play. Compton scores. It's a 1-0 Roosevelt lead. And Casillas now already 2 innings in, halfway to a cycle, and that'll bring to the plate Bryce Heyman. Heyman 0 for 1 in the game, caught looking in the first inning. So Heyman stands in, and the first pitch in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Koa Ogawa would be next, and he looms on deck. Marchesa certainly does not want to have to face him unless it's in the next inning when the base is empty. There's a ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Here's the set. And the 1-1. Fastball just misses off the outside edge. 2 balls and a strike. Runners at second and third, so now the Lakers of Roosevelt looking to add on to their lead here. They have a 1-0 advantage, bottom of 2. Base hit could potentially bring in a pair. Swinging a pop foul, that'll be out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Heyman out of the box, now back in. And the 2-2 offering. Just a little bit low. Close pitch there, and the count runs full 3-2. Bad one here would load the bases for Roosevelt. Here's the set. And the pitch. Strike 3 called, and that'll end the inning. Tag applied there at home plate as first base was empty, and the inning comes to an end, and St. Ambrose able to keep the damage to a minimum. As in the inning for Roosevelt, they pick up a run in the frame, 1 run on 2 hits. Both were doubles. There were no errors, and 2 left on base. And after 2 innings of play, it is Roosevelt 1, St. Ambrose nothing. And you're tuned to CCAC Tournament Baseball. Omar Abuhia now ready to go here as we head to the top half of inning number 3. Right-hander on the mound for Roosevelt. He'll be facing 8, 9, and 1 in the St. Ambrose order. Daniel Lockery will lead it up. Well, you'll recall that Lockery was batting when Jake Muha was caught stealing for the 3rd out of the St. Ambrose second inning. 1-0 Roosevelt University with a lead. As we head here to the top half of inning number 3. Middle game of our triple header, and the first pitch is in there. Called strike, looked like around knee-high. 0-1 to Lockery. He'll be followed by Garrett Latos, then back to the top of the order and Adrian Zaitera. Here comes the 0-1. And that'll miss a little bit low into the turf. And that'll leave the count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Righty versus righty matchup here. And the 1-1. Curve in there, called strike. A ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, Lockery was in a 1-0 count when Jake Muha tried to steal second in the second inning and was out on a 2-4 putout. Swinging a cue shot to the right side. Knocked down at first base, and then it got deflected all the way out, almost all the way to second base, and so that will be a run-out base, a leadoff base runner here for St. Ambrose in their half of the 3rd inning. That'll be scored an error on Kiefer, and now here's Garrett Latos. Latos stands in, tying run on base here to lead off the St. Ambrose 3rd inning. There's a swing and a pop-up right side, foul territory. Kiefer ranging over on the warning track in foul territory underneath it, and he has it for out number 1. So Latos not able to advance the runner, and that'll bring to the plate Adrian Zaitera. Zaitera, a .377 hitter coming in. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. He started the game by flying out to James Berry in left field. Abuiha now looking over at first base. Now comes set. Throw to first base, and the runner barely back in time. That was a close play. So 1 away in the frame. 1 on, 1 out in the top of the 3rd frame. Here's the set now. And the pitch. This is drilled right back up the middle and in the center field on a laser beam. Right back up the gut here. And so now runners at first and second base. Lockery to second. Zaitera aboard at first base. That ball was ripped right back up the middle here. Now is Noah McCreary. McCreary 1 for 1 with a first inning single. So St. Ambrose trying to come right back after allowing Roosevelt a run in the last half inning in the bottom of the 2nd. So here's McCreary now. Righty versus lefty, and the first pitch. McCreary taking a curve in there, called strike, and it's 0-1. Cloudy skies overhead, but at least it looks like no precipitation, hopefully for the remainder of this day, after the first game was elongated by 2 weather delays. Here's the 0-1, wave and a miss. And now McCreary is behind at no balls and 2 strikes. Olivet Nazarene and St. Xavier coming your way after this ball game ends. Abuiha now comes set. And the pitch. Fouled back to the screen. So we'll stay at no balls and 2 strikes. New ball tossed out to the Roosevelt right-hander. Abuiha, a senior from Burbank, Illinois. Previously played at St. Xavier. Here's the set and the pitch. Looked like a little bit of a curve with a little bit of velocity, and it misses down and away. A ball and 2 strikes. Abuiha looks in for the sign from Sammy Estrada. And the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air, fairly deep right center field. Back toward the track it goes, and it'll be about halfway up the fence. Extra bases here. Both runners on base are in close proximity to each other. One run will come in, it looks like. A sweep tag looking for the second runner, who I believe has been tagged out. Yep, the first runner called safe, the second runner tagged out. I was watching the flight of the ball there. One of those runners had to have held up, probably the lead runner there. Both were in very close proximity. And so a run will score to tie the game. Lockery's run will score. And then Zatara is out at home for the second out of the inning. And McCreary winds up at second base with an RBI. Oh, what a sequence there. Now that'll bring to the plate Brandon Matias. Matias 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout. Goes after the first pitch here. Hits a high fly ball. Fairly deep left center field. Underneath it, Bryce Heyman. And he reaches up, one-handed catch. And that will end the inning. But on an unusual play, St. Ambrose able to tie the game. As in the frame for St. Ambrose, they pick up a run in the inning. 1 run on 2 hits, an error, and a runner left on base. And we go bottom 3. Tied at 1. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning here at Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet. 1-1 ball game, and Koa Ogawa will lead it off here for Roosevelt here in the bottom half of inning number 3. And here we go now. Sergio Marchesa on the mound, and the pitch. Down and away, 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Ogawa. Ogawa, Berry, and Delgado do up here for Roosevelt. Well, those 2 runners running in very close quarters between, really they started to get close between about 2/3 of the way to third base. Here's the 1-0. And grounded to the right side. And a diving attempt there, but it gets under the glove of Noah McCreary at second base. And so Koa Ogawa is aboard at first base. And he's on base for the first time in the game. So let's see here. The scoring on Zatara's out was 9-4-2 in the last half inning. And now Ogawa aboard with a single to the right side, and that'll bring to the plate James Berry. Berry 1 for 1 with a single. So the go-ahead run right back aboard for Roosevelt. Throw to first base, and Ogawa diving back in safely. Berry, left-handed hitter, awaits. Throw to first base and the runner back in. Here's the set. And the pitch. Fastball high and away. And so it's 1-0. Berry in that first at bat able to lace a 1-2 pitch for a single. Here's the 1-0. Down and in. 2 balls, no strikes now. So Berry getting into a good situation in this encounter. Ogawa takes his lead off first base. And the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air. Short left field, rather medium deep left field. Coming on a good jump there for Muha in left, and he one-hands it for the out. 1 away for Luis Delgado. Delgado 0 for 1. He flied to Zatera in right field. His first time up. So 1 on 1 out, bottom of 3 in a 1-1 game. Marchesa comes set of the pitch. In there, letter high, called strike, 0-1. Jack Kiefer next, then Ben Compton for Roosevelt if we continue on that far in the bottom of the third inning. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch to the plate, a called strike. Runner going, throwing to second base, skipping back behind the bag. Backed up there by the shortstop, Vincent, as McCreary tried a little short hop, snap up catch there, but he couldn't make the play. But it was backed up. But a stolen base for Koa Ogawa. And Roosevelt now with a runner in scoring position with 1 away in the inning. The count to the batter now, no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Delgado, started to swing, tried to hold up, appeal to the infield umpire, and that will be a strikeout for the second out of the inning. So 2 away. Marchesa's 3rd strikeout of the game. First of the swinging variety, and now that'll bring to the plate Jack Kiefer. Kiefer 0 for 1 with a ground out to second base. First pitch here. Swing and a miss. Mighty swing there, but he came up empty. Good change of speeds it looked like on that offering, and so Kiefer behind at 0-1. Ogawa takes his lead off second base. Here's the 0-1. Overthrew that one, and it came in low and away to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. That was a heater with some velocity to it. But out of the zone, low and outside, so a ball and a strike. The stretch. The 1-1. Came inside on a curve, down and inside. That'll make it 2 balls and a strike. Lakers of Roosevelt in their all-white jerseys today. White tops, white pants, green numerals. Green caps with a light green R-Wave logo on the front panel. There's a swing and a pop foul right side out of play. And now Jack Kiefer, the Roosevelt first baseman, in a 2-strike situation here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kiefer a wide stance in the box. Here comes the 2-2. Chopped back toward the mound. Marchesa fields right in front of the front edge of the mound. Lobs it to first base. A little bit of a high throw, and it's reeled in there as Kiefer took a fall there as well at first base, and the inning comes to an end. So Roosevelt gets a runner to scoring position but cannot move him around and score him. No runs in the inning on a hit, no errors, a runner left on base. We go to the top of the 4th inning. The score, St. Ambrose 1, Roosevelt 1 on the, this is CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we go to the top of the fourth inning. Another good ball game here, tied at 1. And the first pitch here is going to be swung on and pulled foul right side by Brock Weber, leading it off for St. Ambrose. So it'll be Weber, Bryce Vincent, and Jake Muha coming up now for the Bees in a 1-1 ball game. And here's the 0-1 pitch. And this is swung on and into the air. Deep down toward the left field corner. Diving attempt by James Berry. Looks like he was able to make the grab. Got shielded a little bit by the end of the netting that extends out beyond the dugout here, so it's hard to tell right away in real time whether the catch was made, but the infield umpire is signaling out. And so a nice play there by James Berry in left. And that'll be the first out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Bryce Vincent. Vincent 0 for 1 with a ground out to the shortstop. So 1 out, nobody on base here as we play in the top of the fourth. Swinging a bouncer to the left side. And knocked down there at third by Compton on his knees. Throws to first in time on a sparkling play there defensively. Compton lunging forward, kind of tumbled and then went to his knees and throwing out the runner at first base, 2 away in the inning. 2 nice defensive plays as Roosevelt tossing the leather around here in the fourth inning. That'll bring to the plate Jake Muha. Muha singled his first time up, then was out trying to steal. First pitch here. This is ripped to right field. That'll be in for a base hit. Rolling toward the warning track. It'll get by Palucci in right field and go all the way to the fence, and Muha will get a 2-out double. So the St. Ambrose hitters being aggressive here. And now they have a 2-out runner in scoring position. That's the go-ahead run, and Joey Fitzgerald now due up here for the Bees. Fitzgerald 0 for 1, popping out to Ogawa at short first time up. So Abuhia now. Abuhia trying to get out of this jam. Mini jam, if you will. First pitch, strike called on the outside edge. No balls and a strike. Daniel Lockery would be next. Then Garrett Leto is here for St. Ambrose. Top of the fourth inning in a 1-1 game. St. Ambrose trying to put together a two-out run here. Here's the 0-1. Down in the zone, swung on, foul, tipped at home plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 0-2 to Joey Fitzgerald. Here's the set. And the pitch. Missed outside. So the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. That pitch from Abuhia had a lot of movement on it there. So Abuhia now trying to bear down here is 1 ball, 2 strikes, and now he steps off the rubber, and Fitzgerald steps out of the batter's box. Now we're back and ready to go. Here's the set. Actually, not quite yet. Called it too early. Now, here's the stretch. Bit of a pause. Now the 1-2 to the plate. Upstairs to make it 2-2. So an even count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The set. The 2-2. Into the turf. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. So now St. Ambrose perhaps on the verge of getting a pair of runners on base with 2 away in the inning. Winner of this game will play tomorrow night against the winner of the next game, Olivet Nazarene and St. Xavier. Here's the set, the 2-2. Up in the zone, popped up left side. Foul territory, that'll be out of play. The team that does not win this game will play in an elimination game tomorrow at 1. We were talking about it during the first ball game today when number 1 seeded St. Francis was very close to being upset. You lose that first game, you need a long win streak to get the championship trophy. There's a swing and a foul left side. That first game's so important. I remember when I was young watching the World Series, I didn't really care about opening games of series, playoff series, whatnot. I always thought, if you lose the game, you can play the next game and you move on along. But as I've gotten older and watched more ball, obviously, and really watched more sporting events in general, there's a swing and a pop foul right side. And going after it here, Kiefer and the catcher, Estrada. Kiefer reaching out, and it lands right in front of the dugout. So Fitzgerald will get another chance in a 2-2 count. But what I was saying was that, you know, it kind of dawns on you how important first games of series are. I think they're important in Major League Baseball in the first game of a 3-game set. They're huge in a format like this. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Casillas is playing in short right field at second base. Here's the set now. Long pause on the pitch to the plate. Swung on and in the air. Short right center field. Casillas ranging over to his right, calls for it. He has it, and that'll end the inning. So St. Ambrose a 2-out double, but they strand the runner at second. As in the inning, no runs on a hit, no errors, 2 great defensive plays, and 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning with a score. St. Ambrose 1, Roosevelt nothing. This is St. Ambrose 1, Roosevelt 1. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we move to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois. Great to have you aboard here. And for Roosevelt, it'll be the bottom third of the order on the way. So Ben Compton will lead it off. Compton doubled back in the 2nd inning with 1 away and came around to score what is the only run of the game thus far for Roosevelt's Lakers. First pitch coming into Compton. He takes on the inner half. Called strike, and it's 0-1. Compton, Estrada, and Palucci due up here for the Lakers here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-1 ball game. The 0-1 pitch goes after that one. Hits it well deep down the left field line, but pulled foul. And so now the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Oh and 2. Marchesa out of the stretch now in the pitch. Reaching out there, and a soft grounder to shortstop. It took a while to get there, but scooping it up as Vincent throws to first in time for out number 1. 1 away for Sammy Estrada. Estrada 0 for 1. He flied to right field his first time up. First pitch coming into the right-handed hitting Roosevelt catcher on the way. Into the turf. Kicks away, and it's 1-0. Estrada quickly back into the batter's box. 1 ball, no strikes, and the delivery. And that'll miss down and away to even the count 1-1. So far, the bottom third of the order for Roosevelt is 1 for 3 with a walk. It's kind of deceiving since not all of the hitters have had an equal number of plate appearances. Here's the next pitch, and that'll be in there, called strike. Scoreboard has it right now, and it's a 2-1 count. And the pitch. Upstairs. So Estrada trying to work his way into a hitter's count here. Here's the set and the delivery. Strike called. So on the board now, it looks like 3 balls and 2 strikes. So we play here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Swing and a pop foul. Back out of play, and we'll try it again. Estrada quickly back into the batter's box. And here's the next offering. That'll be sprayed foul to the right side out of play. So a good battle here. Sammy Estrada trying to keep the at-bat going here. 1 out, nobody on base, bottom of the 4th inning in a 1-1 ball game. Here's the set now. And the pitch. Taken, called, 3rd strike. Great curveball there, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Really well-executed pitch. And so now 2 away in the inning. And that'll leave it up now to Luca Palucci. Palucci walked his first time to the plate. That was back in inning number 2. The pitch. Fastball high and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Well, the wind, whatever wind we had, has almost died down completely now. Very calm night here on this early Thursday evening in Joliet. There's a fastball coming in upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Marchese, a right-hander now, coming on to the stretch in the pitch. Curve, missed inside. That runs it to 3-0. Roosevelt trying to, at the very least, I think, turn the order over back to the top of the lineup. There's a called strike on the inner half, so that runs it now to 3-1 to Luca Palucci. Right-hander for St. Ambrose on the mound, working quickly here. And the pitch, ball 4 high, and so that's a 2-out walk, and the inning will extend here for the Lakers of Roosevelt. So Palucci has 2 walks in the ball game now, back to the top of the order, and Sebastian Casillas. Casillas, a single and a double and an RBI. Meaning at the mound now here, Leto's going out to talk to his right-handed pitcher. Bottom of the 4th inning. Game number 2 of potentially 11 games through next Tuesday here in Joliet for the 2024 CCAC Conference Baseball Championship Tournament. Meeting over. Leto's back behind the plate now. Marchese now back on the rubber. So here we go. Here's the set. And the pitch. Fastball. And that'll miss inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Casillas jackknifing his way out of the way of that one. So 1-0 here to the Roosevelt second baseman. The pitch. It'll skip to the backstop here, and that will allow Luca Palucci to take second base. So Roosevelt now, Casillas in a 2-0 count, and Roosevelt a chance to retake the lead with a runner in scoring position. So 2 balls and no strikes. That will be scored actually a passed ball on the catcher Leto's. As there's a swing, and this ball lofted into the air. Short center field coming on. The catch made there by Lockery, and that'll end the inning. So the Lakers threaten but do not score. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, a passed ball, and 1 left on base. And we head to the top of the 5th inning. Middle frame on the way. It's a 1-1 tie. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Daniel Lockery, the center fielder, now to start it off for St. Ambrose as we head to the top of the fifth inning. First pitch here, and it'll miss down and away. 1 ball, no strikes for Lockery, who reached on an error his first time up. And the next pitch swung on, and this ball is hit into the air. Left center field, Bryce Heyman is there, and he has it for the first out of the inning. So 2 pitches and 1 out here in the St. Ambrose fifth inning. So 1 up and 1 down, and here's Garrett Latos. Latos 0 for 1, fouled out to first base his first time up. Right-handed batter waits in the first pitch. And that'll be in for a called strike on the outside edge. No balls and a strike. Latos will be followed by the leadoff hitter in the order, Adrian Zatara, and then it'll be Noah McCreary. That next pitch now getting back way back behind the plate as the count goes to a ball and a strike. And the pitch, the 1-1. Good location there from Abuiha as it caught the lower part of the zone for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Abuiha working quickly in the pitch. A little bit low to even it up now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So it's a 2-2 count. The line and the pitch. Missing outside, 3-2. No doubt Abuiha here would like to face the top of the order with 2 out, nobody on base, but he's in danger of issuing a walk here. Here's the payoff. Missing down and away, ball 4, and there's your 1-out walk to Garrett Latos. See if a pinch runner comes into the game now for the Bees. That will be the case. So coming in to run now here for St. Ambrose will be Jalen Avery, senior, 6'2", from Oswego, Illinois. So Jalen Avery at first base, back to the top of the order, and Adrian Zatara now. First pitch into the turf. Good block behind the plate by Sammy Estrada, and the count goes to 1 ball and no strikes. Zatara, a fly out to left, and then a single. He was later out on an interesting play, to say the least, on a 9-4 put out, 9-4-2 put out at the plate. Throw to first of the runner back in. I started to say those 2 runners in that sequence that came back in the third inning were in very close proximity, and it reminded me of a famous play way back when, I think in the mid-'80s. Here's the set now. And the pitch to the plate, missing outside. 2 balls, no strikes. It was a game between the White Sox and the Yankees at Yankee Stadium in New York, and there were 2 runners coming home on a play, very close proximity, and the throw to the plate, and Carlton Fisk, the White Sox catcher, tagged both runners out in the space of about a half a second. Next pitch misses outside. And we had kind of a similar situation here on that play that did score Daniel Lockery, that at the time tied the game, and we are still tied. 3 balls and no strikes is the count on the board now here to Zatara. And the pitch. That'll be ball 4, and so 2 on now here for St. Ambrose in the Fighting Bee fifth inning. So back-to-back walks, Avery to second, Zatara to first, and here's Noah McCreary. Meeting at the mound coming up now. There is action in the Roosevelt bullpen. Double-barreled action, a righty and a lefty. I think that's Griffin LaMarche warming up the lefty in the bullpen. And also warming up, as a meeting at the mound continuing here for Roosevelt now. Also warming up on the pen is Kellen Turner for Roosevelt. We play in the top of the fifth inning. It is a 1-1 ball game. Roosevelt jumping out on top with a run in the bottom of the second, and then St. Ambrose came right back and bounced back and tied the game with a run in the top of the third inning. Meeting continues. Home plate umpire heading out now to the mound. I think he has. There's a large crowd of people there on the mound. Yep, the umpire was in there. And now the meeting breaks up. So here now is Noah McCreary. McCreary has a single and a double in this game. Has an RBI. Goes after the first pitch here and skies it. Short left center field. Koa Ogawa, the shortstop, calls for it, makes the catch for the out. So that'll be the second out of the inning. And here now is Brandon Matias. Matias is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly out to center field. So Omar Abu Iha still in the ball game, trying to get out of this jam and keep the game tied. Abu Iha comes set now. And the pitch. That'll be a topper to the shortstop, Ogawa. On one knee fields, throws to second, close play there, and they get the out the short way there on a very, very close play to end the inning. Fielder's choice there. Satera forced at second, and that'll close out the frame. So in the inning for St. Ambrose, no runs in the frame on no hits, a pair of walks, no errors, and a runner left on base. And we head now to the sixth inning, rather bottom five, I beg your pardon. We're tied at 1. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Bottom of the fifth inning here in Joliet, Illinois. Bryce Heyman starting it up with a little topper foul to the right of home plate. So 0-1 the count to Heyman. 2, 3, and 4 coming up in the Roosevelt order here. So it'll be Heyman, Ogawa, and Berry. 1-1 ball game. Here's the set now in the 0-1. Swung on, looped into the air. Left center field dropping quickly. And that will be in for a base hit. Wide turn at first base by Heyman, but he stays put there. And a leadoff base runner here for Roosevelt in their half of the fifth inning. That'll bring to the plate Koa Ogawa. Ogawa has lined to left field and also singled. And then advanced to second. And then was out, actually, at second base last time he was on the bases. First pitch high and inside. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. I want to make sure I have that right. Nope, he was stranded at second. He stole a base. 1-0. Right-handed batter waits in the pitch. Goes after that one. Swung on and missed. Runner going. Throw to second base. Not in time. So Bryce Heyman with a stolen base, his first of the game. And Roosevelt now with a go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out in the bottom of the fifth inning. 1-1 ball game. As here's the set now. And the pitch. That'll be a chopper over the mound. And ranging over there. Oh, nice play there behind the bag at shortstop by Vincent, but he comes up to his feet, ready to throw, but no play available, and so everybody will be safe. Ogawa with an infield single. Heyman to third, and now runners at the corners here for Roosevelt. Meeting at the mound now here. 1-1 ball game. Roosevelt with 7 hits in the game to St. Ambrose's 5. Roosevelt has been charged with the only error of the game. So meeting at the mound here for St. Ambrose, and we'll have a new pitcher come into the game. So we'll have a reliever coming into the game for St. Ambrose. We'll step aside, take a break, and then tell you about the new man on the mound after a timeout. 1-1 ball game, bottom of the 5. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. So Nathaniel Johnson, left-hander from DeWitt, Iowa, now on the pitch here for St. Ambrose. He inherits runners at first and third. And to the plate here will be James Berry for Roosevelt. Berry is 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out to left field. First pitch of the outing here for the left-hander Johnson, and it floats in high. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Berry, left-handed batter, so a lefty versus lefty matchup. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good cut there, but Berry coming up empty to even the count of the ball on a strike. Berry a single and a fly out to left field. Has a chance to give the Lakers a lead here in the bottom of the 5th frame. 1-1 game. Breaking ball just a little bit high. Might have been a tad inside. So now it's 2 balls and a strike. Next pitch. And that will run the count now to 2-2. All right, here's the 2-2 offering. Swung on and hit into the air. Fairly deep left center field, but playable here. As underneath the ball and the catch made by Lockery in center. Tagging up and scoring from third base is going to be Bryce Heyman, and that gives Roosevelt the lead. 2-1 and a sacrifice fly and an RBI for James Berry. So Heyman scores to make it a 2-1 Roosevelt lead. And here is Luis Delgado. Delgado has flied to right and struck out in this game. First pitch to him here, fouled back to the screen, and so he's behind at 0-1. So Roosevelt now up. Live stats feed has a 2-0 score. St. Ambrose as the runner going here. There's a golf swing and a fly ball, fairly deep left center field, going toward the gap. That'll be headed, I think, all the way to the fence. Yep. Good attempt at a grab there at the base of the fence in left center field, but it was not made. And a runner will come in to score, and Roosevelt able to advance their lead. So an RBI double there by Delgado, who hit it well to left center field. And Koa Ogawa scoring from first on the 2-base hit, and it's now a 3-1 Roosevelt advantage. So 2 across here for the Lakers of Roosevelt. That'll bring to the plate now Jack Kiefer. Kiefer is 0 for 2, a ground out to the second baseman and a ground out to the pitcher. So Nathaniel Johnson, a bumpy road here since coming into the game. First pitch here, that'll be a strike letter high, and it's 0-1 to Jack Kiefer. Ben Compton next, then Sammy Estrada here for Roosevelt. As they've been able to go back in front here with a pair so far in the bottom of the fifth inning. Still only one away in the frame. Next pitch, and that'll miss upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. The only out of the inning so far, that sacrifice fly by James Berry. Here's the 1-1. Lefty versus righty. Sweeping curve in there for a called strike. Good sweeper there, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the set now by Nathaniel Johnson. And the pitch. That'll be a topper, 2-hopper to the left side. Glove there at third base, a little bit of an extra hop, then a throw to first base, 1 hopping in, and dug out nicely. Low throw there by Fitzgerald, but Brock Weber, able to make the pick there at first base for the out. So 2 away in the inning for Ben Compton. Compton has a double, a run scored, and a ground out to the shortstop. Bottom of 5, 3-1, St. Ambrose with a lead. Here's the set in the first pitch, way up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Compton had a double in the second inning, later scored what was, at the time, a run that gave the Lakers an early 1-0 lead. Goes after this next one, popped it up on the infield. In front of second base, calling for it there, and the catch made by McCreary at second, and that'll end the inning. But Roosevelt able to get on the board twice in the frame as they pick up 2 runs in the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. By the way, I misspoke. There were 2 left on in the last half inning for St. Ambrose. So we have that taken care of, and we go to the 6th inning with a score, Roosevelt 3 and St. Ambrose 1. And you're tuned to CCAC Tournament Baseball. Here we go now to the top of the 6th inning, 3-1 ball game. Roosevelt with a lead now. Leading it off will be Brock Weber here for St. Ambrose. And the first pitch, and that'll be stroked deep to right field. Getting turned around there, Palucci back to the track to the wall. And that ball is gone. A rocket of a home run over the right field fence, and that makes it a 3-2 ball game. Brock Weber jumping on the first pitch and going deep. He circles the bases here with an arm in the air. And so it's a 1-run game again. 1 pitch, and St. Ambrose back to within a run. Here's Bryce Vincent, who's grounded out to third and grounded out to short in reverse order. That ball going over the right field wall. The one segment where it is a little bit of a shorter fence. Actually, I think that's an indent, as the first pitch here will be in for a strike. 0-1 now to Vincent. Wind in the delivery. Swung on, bounced wide of third, foul. No balls and 2 strikes. I think there used to be something like a swimming pool or a fan deck out there, and then they reversed it. So it's not an indent. It used to be where that part of the fence was about maybe 10 or 15 feet inside. The rest of the the outfield fence, there's a ball out low and away. But they made everything even, but that indent at the top of the fence is still there. It's maybe a foot or two shorter than the rest of the way around, with the exception of the batter's eye. Here's the wind and the delivery. It's a jam shot, popped up, left side, foul territory, not a play. Again, there is action in the Roosevelt bullpen. Another tight ball game here. As again, a lefty and righty now are up and throwing in the Roosevelt pen. The next pitch, cued foul, right side, and that'll be out of play. We'll hold on the ball on 2 strikes. Well, home runs have been prominent so far in the first game and a half of this tournament. Here's the 1-2. Down low, into the turf. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the base is empty, nobody on, nobody out. A run in for St. Ambrose. And the 2-2. Again jammed him, and it's pulled foul up the third base line toward the dugout. Actually, I should say toward the bullpen. Down the left field line. New set of baseballs brought out to the home plate umpire. Game number 2 of the 2024 CCAC Baseball Tournament Championship. Actually, I think it'd be more proper to say championship tournament. Here's the wind of the delivery. Missing outside. And that'll run the count full 3-2. So a full count to the right hand and hitting. Vincent reaches out of that one over the left edge of the mound and into center field for a base hit. And really, to be more accurate, it went over the left half of the mound. It wasn't that far to the left of the pitching rubber. And a solid single by Vincent. And now the tying run aboard here with nobody out in the St. Ambrose 6th inning. That'll bring to the plate Jake Muha. Muha has a single and a double. He was out trying to steal in the 2nd inning. Doubled in the 4th, was left on base there at second base. First pitch here, strike called, letter high, and it's 0-1. Feels like in our booth here with our window open, the temperature's starting to cool a little bit. You can also see, watching closely in the video stream, that the shadows now, the lights are starting to take a little bit more of an effect. As now a meeting at the mound here for the Lakers. And it looks like we'll have a new pitcher coming into the game here for Roosevelt. So a new man on the mound for the Lakers of Roosevelt. We'll step aside, tell you about the new pitcher after a break. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. So Griffin LaMarche now comes on to pitch here for Roosevelt. Trying to keep his team in front here is St. Ambrose getting a leadoff home run in the top of the 6th inning and now looking to pull even as they trail 3-2. Griffin LaMarche this year, 2-2 with an 8.22 ERA this year. He's had 14 previous appearances, 3 starts this season, and 1 save. He has thrown 30 2/3 innings, allowed 42 hits, 36 runs, 28 earned. He's walked 28, struck out 29. I should say walked 23, Struck out 29 opponents, are hitting .316 against him. So the first batter he will be facing here now will be Jake Muha for St. Ambrose. 3-2 ball game thanks to the leadoff home run by Brock Weber. And now St. Ambrose with a tying run on base. Muha is 2 for 2, as we said, a single and a double. First pitch coming in, high and tight, 1 ball, no strikes, as Muha getting out of the way of that one. The count actually even at a ball and a strike, as there was an 0-1 count before the first pitch was delivered there by LaMarche. LaMarche, left-hander, into the wind of the pitch, out of the stretch rather, down low and away. 2 balls and a strike now for Jake Muha. Lakers as a team this season, a 6.87 ERA for the entire Laker pitching staff. Here's the pitch. Fastball up high and in. 3-1 now here to Jake Muha. Joey Fitzgerald would be next here for St. Ambrose. And he will bat. As there remains nobody out of the inning. 3-1 pitch. Going after that one. And there'll be a pop foul out of play to make it 3-2. Muha out of the box, now back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Twilight now starting to set in here in Joliet, Illinois. And the pitch. That'll be lofted into medium deep center field, coming on Bryce Heyman. A little bit of a running one-hand grab for the out, for the second out of the inning. So 1 away in the inning, I should say. And that'll bring to the plate Joey Fitzgerald. St. Ambrose so far in this game has been out hit 8-7. And they've been outscored 3-2, but they're trying to change that here. So here's Fitzgerald now, who's popped up to short and popped out to second base. See what happens here. 1 on, 1 out, a run in for St. Ambrose. Here in the 6th, there's a called strike on the opening pitch of the at-bat. 0-1 now for Fitzgerald. Daniel Lockery next, then it will be Garrett Latos here for St. Ambrose. And a throw to first base and the runner back in. Fitzgerald, left-handed batter, awaits. And the pitch. Breaking ball up and in. That'll make it a ball and a strike. Bryce Vincent at first base, taking his lead. And the delivery. That jammed him, and it's ripped to right field, but it'll stay up in the air. Palucci in right field makes the catch. Runner was off the bag. Throw to first base. They doubled him off, and that'll end the inning. A 9-3 double play on a flyout to close out the frame. Vincent went running on contact. The ball got out to Palucci quickly, and the inning comes to an end. But in the inning, St. Ambrose able to put a run on the board. 1 run in the inning on 2 hits, no errors, and in the end, nobody left on base. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is Roosevelt 3, St. Ambrose 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tight ball game. 3-2. Sammy Estrada leading it off and taking the first pitch high and away, 1-0. And now the second pitch coming in over but low. 2 balls and no strikes here to Estrada. It'll be Estrada, Palucci, and then Casillas due up here for Roosevelt in their half of the 6th. Swinging a high pop-up. Sky down the right field line, heading toward the right field bullpen. And I believe that landed just inside the sidewall near the bullpen. It'll be a long foul ball. 2 balls and a strike to Sammy Estrada. Estrada has flied out and also has struck out looking. So Nathaniel Johnson, his first full inning of work here in this game for St. Ambrose. Left-hander deals and jams the hitter, and it's pulled foul just wide of third. So now a 2-strike situation here. So the pitching line for the starter, Sergio Marchesa there for St. Ambrose. 4 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and he struck out 4, facing 21 batters. And here's the 2-2 upstairs, 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Sammy Estrada. Meanwhile, for Roosevelt, Omar, as there's a swing and a bouncer wide of third foul. Omar Abuija, 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 run that was earned. He walked 2 and he fanned 1 batter. Estrada taking here, and that'll be ball 4 high and a 3-2 pitch. So a leadoff walk here for Roosevelt to start off the Lakers' 6th inning. See if a pinch runner comes into the game now for Roosevelt. Yes, we will have a pinch runner coming in. And this will be JoJo Mack running at first base now for the Lakers. So Mack aboard at first. Here's Luca Palucci now. Palucci has a pair of walks. Squares the bat as if to bunt here and tries to lay it down, and it spins back behind the plate foul. And then there was a throw to second base, but the foul ball call just takes all of that off the board. And it'll be a strike to Luca Palucci. Lakers trying to push that runner now into scoring position as they hold a slim 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the set now, and the pitch. Bunted, popped up foul right side. So now 0-2. We'll see if the sacrifice stays on here. I've seen it happen, but it can be a risky move for obvious reasons. You bunt the ball foul, that'll be a strikeout. So you take a chance. Palucci looks like he'll swing away. He took the pitch all the way, and it came in high to make it a ball and 2 strikes. Lefty versus righty. Johnson deals. That came up and in on Palucci, and he got a hold of it and fouled it straight back. Looked like Palucci there kind of adjusted the swing in almost in midstream there. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Again jammed him. Palucci pops it up down the left field line. That'll be pulled foul onto the berm. So we hold it a ball and 2 strikes. Top of the order due up after this hitter for the Lakers. That'll be Sebastian Casillas. The set by Johnson. And the pitch. Fastball down and in. And that'll square it up now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th inning. 3-2 in favor of Roosevelt. Here's the set now by the lefty Johnson. He kicks and deals. Breaking ball. And that'll just miss off the outside edge. That'll fill the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kind of an interesting moment in this ball game right now. Bottom of the 6th. In a tight game. 3-2 Roosevelt with a lead. Here's the payoff. And that'll be popped up foul left side. That'll be out of play. So we'll try it again at 3-2. New set of baseballs brought out to the home plate umpire. Game 3 coming up later on tonight. Roosevelt and St. Ambrose right now. Later on, Olivet Nazarene and St. Xavier. Then we'll be back at it tomorrow afternoon at 1 here at Dooley Health and Care Field. There's a golf swing, and it's ripped foul left side. Good battle here between Johnson and Palucci. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. That'll be a little pop-up flare, foul into the netting above the first base dugout. And so the battle continues. Full count, 3-2. The set and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball down in the zone, and Palucci coming up empty there. And so that'll be a strikeout for the first out of the inning. Thought through my headset here, I thought I might have heard that little double click indicating a foul tip. But anyway, was caught for the strikeout had that been the case, if that was the case. So anyway, it goes as an out either way. Here's Sebastian Casillas now. Casillas, a good day here today for the Lakers. 2 for 3 with a single, a double. He's also lined out to center field. Here's the first pitch, runner going. Pitch down and away, no throw here from Latos. And so JoJo Mack in at second base. So Mack the stolen base. And a runner in scoring position with 1 away here for Roosevelt in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the set now. And the pitch. Just a right called over the outer half. No balls and 1 strike. Bryce Heyman next, then Koa Ogawa here for Roosevelt. The set and the pitch. Goes after that one and hits it in the air. Looks like short right field. And going out there almost in short right center. The catch made by the second baseman, McCreary, for the out. So that'll leave it up now to Bryce Heyman for the Lakers. First pitch to Heyman. Goes after that. Bounces it up the right side. Two-hopper. Gloved at first base there by Brock Weber. Steps on the bag, and that'll end the inning. So in the inning for Roosevelt, they get a runner to second but cannot cash it in. No runs in the inning. No hits, no errors, a walk, 1 left on base. And we head to the 7th inning. The score, Roosevelt 3, St. Ambrose 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. And we move on now here to the top of the 7th inning in a 3-2 ball game. Kellen Turner now is on the pitch here for the Roosevelt Lakers. First batter he will be facing will be Daniel Lockery now for St. Ambrose. It'll be Lockery, Latos, and then back to the top of the order in Zatera. And the first pitch here will look like missed down low. Yes, it did. 1 ball and no strikes the count here to Lockery. Lockery has reached on an errant fly to center field. The next pitch, and that'll be into the turf. 2 balls and no strikes here. Turner, right-hander now, gets another ball. And we're ready to go. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And that'll be a strike on the outer half. 2-1 now. Lockery reaching on an error and scoring back in the third inning. Fly to center field. Back in inning number 5. Here's the wind of the delivery. This is pulled deep down the left field line, and it'll lurch toward the corner there, and it'll be a foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Back with you after this ball game ends. We have one more coming up later on tonight. Olivet Nazarene and St. Xavier here on the opening day of the CCAC tourney. And here's the wind from Turner, and the right-hander deals. Jammed him, swing and a miss, strike 3. Great location there. And Lockery is out on strikes for the first out of the inning. So Kellen Turner comes on and promptly registers a strikeout. And here's Garrett Latos. Latos is fouled out and walked. 1 out and nobody on base here. And there's a golf swing, and this ball lifted in the center field. Back a little bit. Now coming in a few steps will be Bryce Heyman. He reaches up and makes the grab. And that will be out number 2 in the inning. 2 quick outs for the Bees. Back to the top of the order, and Adrian Zatera. Zatera has flied to left, singled, and walked. First pitch on the way. And in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Noah McCreary would be next for St. Ambrose. There's a ball tomahawked, it looked like, in the left field. Back deep to the track. It'll be high off the fence here. And it'll be extra base hits. As rounding second and holding now there with a 2-base hit is Adrian Zatera. And so a 2-out base runner in the tying run and scoring position now for St. Ambrose. That'll bring to the plate Noah McCreary now. McCreary, a chance here to bring the Bees even as we play here in the top of the 7th inning. Meeting at the mound here. There is action again in the Roosevelt bullpen. Looks like they will go to the pen, and so we'll have a pitching change on the way here. So we'll step aside, tell you about the new pitcher after a break. As Kellen Turner lifted here after going 2/3 of an inning. Break in the action. We'll come back after this timeout. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. So Caleb Moore, junior left-hander from Wentzville, Missouri, now on to pitch here for Roosevelt in a tight ball game, 3-2, so a high leverage situation here for Caleb Moore after Kellen Turner getting the first 2 outs, surrendering a double to Adrian Zatera, and now it'll be Noah McCreary due up here for St. Ambrose. So here we go. As St. Ambrose looking to pull even later in this game. So it'll be a lefty versus lefty matchup right here. McCreary has had a good day, 2 for 3, popped out to the shortstop last time up. He has a single and a double here today. First pitch coming in. Strike called on the outer half, and it's 0-1. McCreary singled in the first, then doubled in a run back in the third inning. No balls, 1 strike here. Here's the set now. And the pitch. Breaking ball. A little bit of a sweeper in there on the inner half, called strike. That makes it no balls and 2 strikes. So Caleb Moore trying to get out of this mini jam here and keep his team in the lead. Here's the set now. Left-hander deals on an 0-2. Bouncing in front of the plate. Good stop by Estrada behind the dish. Kept the ball in front of him, and so Zatara has to stay put at second base. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Moore left-hander looking in for the sign. Moore this year a 3-1 record with a 4.13 earned run average. Here's the set now and the delivery. Fastball down low and away. That'll even up now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see your 1 and 2 on the board. As Moore looks in for the sign. Here's the set. Long look at second. Now the pitch to the plate. Breaking ball. Sweeping in there. Called third strike, and that'll end the inning. So McCreary is out on strikes as he is caught looking. And the runner left there stranded at second base. Zatara, they do not cash him in. No runs in the inning on a hit. No errors, a runner left on base. Stretch time in Joliet. We go bottom 7. It is Roosevelt 3, St. Ambrose 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Roosevelt clinging to a 3-2 lead here. Koa Ogawa, the shortstop for Roosevelt, will start it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Heart of the order coming up now for Roosevelt. First pitch, Ogawa going after that one. Skies it into medium deep right field. It kind of curls a little bit toward the foul line, but it's caught there in right field by Zatara for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out in the Roosevelt 7th inning, and that'll bring to the plate James Berry. Berry in this game has a single, also a fly out, and as well, he has a sac fly for an RBI. He takes the first pitch for strike 1. So he's behind at no balls and a strike. Bottom of the 7th inning, 3-2, Roosevelt with a lead. Here's the 0-1. Bouncer right back up the middle, and that'll move out towards second base. Glove there behind the bag at second, but no play available here as McCreary got to it. Nathaniel Johnson did a spinorama there trying to get a wild backhand stab. He gave a wild backhand stab at it, trying to come up with it, didn't do so. And it made its way out into near the second base bag. So Berry aboard on an infield single, and that'll bring to the plate Luis Delgado, meeting at the mound now here for St. Ambrose. So the chess game continuing here in this opening round game of the 2024 CCAC tournament. Back with you next after this game ends, usually about 35 minutes after the ball game ends. It'll be Olivet Nazarene against St. Xavier here from downtown Joliet, Illinois. And then we'll be back with you tomorrow, 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 o'clock. More baseball tomorrow and then Saturday. before we take a break and then head into the final stages of the tournament Monday and or Tuesday. It looks like we have a new pitcher coming into the game for St. Ambrose, so we'll step aside once again, and we'll take a break and come back. Roosevelt up 3-2, bottom 7. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, back here at Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Grant Baker, right-hander now, coming into the game for St. Ambrose. Trying to keep his team close with a runner at first here for Roosevelt. First batter he will be facing will be Luis Delgado here for the RU Lakers. Delgado is 1 for 3, had an RBI double last time up. Here's the set now, and the first pitch from Baker. Right-hander deals, runner going. The pitch was called a strike throw, well off the bag to the right side. It'll go into center field, but after the slide now, Barry has to hold at second base as he was a little bit slow getting back to his feet and not able to advance. That saves an error. It'll be a stolen base for Barry. The count is 0-1 now to Luis Delgado. So Roosevelt now trying to expand their lead here with a runner at second base in scoring position. Here comes the 0-1, and it hits Delgado in the back. So that'll be a hit batter, and runners now at first and second with one away for Roosevelt, and that'll bring to the plate Jack Kiefer. Kiefer now tonight has gone 0 for 3. 3 groundouts to the second baseman, to the pitcher, and to the third baseman respectively. Kiefer looking to deliver here. Roosevelt a 3-2 lead, bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the set now, and the pitch. Kiefer takes a breaking ball in there, called strike. A little bit of movement. Wasn't really a sweeper, but it was in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Ben Compton next, then Sammy Estrada for Roosevelt. Here's the set now, and the pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen. And so Kiefer now behind it, no balls and 2 strikes. All right, 0-2. Let's see where they set up here. See if they try to get Kiefer to go fishing. Here's the set. Couple looks back at second base. Now the pitch to the plate. Fastball down low. Well, they went after the zone there. Tried to pound the zone, but it came in over but low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now let's see if they try to set up maybe a little bit outside. Kiefer, right-handed batter awaiting. And the pitch. Curveball. Called third strike on a fantastic pitch on the inner half to ring Kiefer up for the out. That was a fantastic pitch there. That'll bring to the plate now Ben Compton. A little bit of movement on it. Hitter can't do much with it, and it results in a strikeout. Here's Compton now, who has a double, a ground out, and a pop out. Also a score to run. So now 2 on, 2 out for the Lakers here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the set now, and the first pitch. Compton taking, in for a strike. Looked like they're kind of a mini sweeper, if you will, and it caught the zone, and it's 0-1. Sammy Estrada, the catcher, waiting on deck here for Roosevelt. 2 on, 2 out, bottom of 7, 3-2. Roosevelt with a lead. Interesting and important moment in this game. Here's the delivery. Fouled back to the screen, and the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Compton out of the box, now back in. Compton, back foot just inside the back line of the box. The set. The 0-2 on the way. Top foul, a bouncer, left of third. We'll hold it, no balls and 2 strikes. Approaching the 8 o'clock hour here. Looks like we'll go late into the night here on this opening day and now night of the 2024 CCAC Baseball Championship Tournament. Here's the set now and the pitch. Fastball missing outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Talked about it during the top of the first broadcast and noted it here. Drama here in this tournament all around because you have to win the tournament now. Just 1 auto bid for the conference that goes to the tournament champion here, to the NAIA National Tournament. There's a ball into the turf. Good block behind the plate there by Latos. And they count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners take their leads at first and second. That's Barry at second, Delgado at first. 2-2 the count to the batter, Ben Compton. The stretch. Long pause, here's the 2-2. Strike 3 called again. Great pitch there from Baker to freeze the batter, and that'll end the inning, and Roosevelt stranding a pair. So in the inning for Roosevelt. No runs on a hit, no errors, 2 left on base. We head to the 8th inning with a score. Roosevelt 3, St. Ambrose 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We go to the 8th inning. Brandon Matias to lead it off here now for St. Ambrose. Caleb Moore, the left-hander, kicks and deals to start off the inning. And that'll be a fastball down and in. 1 ball, no strikes here. It'll be Matias, Weber, and Vincent due up here for the Bees. 3-2 ball game. Roosevelt in front here. Late stages of this ball game. Here's a sweeper, a breaking ball, missing inside. 2 balls, no strikes here to Matias. Matias has struck out, flied out, and hit into a fielder's choice. The pitch goes after that one as it kind of jammed him, and he pulls it foul left side. Into the corner it goes. And that runs the count now to 2 balls and a strike. Top of the 8th inning, 3-2 in favor of Roosevelt. Winner will move on and play the 7 o'clock game tomorrow night on day 2 of the tourney. Here's the pitch. Again, it jammed him. This time it's hit into the air. Short right field coming on there. And was the catch made? Palucci sliding attempt there. And he was able to make the grab for the out there. Sliding to the turf, and he made the catch. And that'll be out number 1 in the inning. So Matias flies to right, 1 away in the frame. Here's Brock Weber now to the plate. Weber in this game is 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored and an RBI. There's a swing and a foul off to the left side. No balls, 1 strike is the count. Top of the 8th inning in a 3-2 ball game here. Roosevelt clinging to a 1-run lead in the late frames. Lefty versus lefty matchup, the 0-1. Breaking ball, and it, I thought for sure that would hit the batter, but it swept back inside and missed the right shoulder of Weber, and so the count even to Brock Weber at 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Ground ball to second base. Short right field. Bobbled by Casillas. Picks it up, throws to first base, and gets the runner nonetheless. So 2 away in the inning, and that'll bring to the plate Bryce Vincent. Vincent in this game is 1 for 3. Singled last time up. Also was grounded out to short and third. So 2 out, nobody on base here for Caleb Moore. As here's the wind of the first pitch. Vincent going after that one and fouling it off, and he's behind at 0-1. Vincent back into the batter's box, back foot on the back line. The 0-1. Fastball lifted in the air. Fairly deep left field. Back goes Barry to the track as he moves back into his left. Kind of hops up there, and he is able to make the catch to end the inning. Frustration there by Bryce Vincent at second base, kind of bending over with his hands on his head in frustration as the inning comes to an end on a fine defensive play. So in the inning for St. Ambrose. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base to the bottom of the 8th. And it stays Roosevelt 3, St. Ambrose 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, welcome back to Dooley Health and Care Field. And if you've been watching our video stream, you know that the field has been cleared. Looks like we'll have another weather delay. Checking the weather radar between innings of this game. And it looks like we're on the edge here of a little bit of a strong cell of thunderstorms. Looks like the worst part of it may go to our west. That's been happening all day long, but still. Rain is anticipated. Zooming in on the radar now, and it looks like we'll have some substantial rain on the way. Not quite here yet. Looks like right now it's just about to reach Rockdale, which is southwest of downtown Joliet. So we're going to have a weather delay here. Our third of the day. We had 2 weather delays during game number 1 and another here coming up. So a weather delay here from Dooley Health and Care Field. As we play here, we're about to head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Roosevelt with a lead by a score of 3-2. Roosevelt with a run in the second. St. Ambrose with a run to tie the game in the third. Then Roosevelt took a 3-1 lead with a pair in the bottom of the 5th inning. Then St. Ambrose with a run on a home run in the 6th inning. And that's where we stand now, heading to the bottom of the 8th inning. Right now, 3 runs, 9 hits, and an error for Roosevelt. 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for St. Ambrose. So we have a weather delay here. We'll keep our stream open, and we'll tell you more about what's going on here as soon as we know more. So at least an anticipated weather delay. There's no weather, but it looks like they're pointing north and west, saying that they think the worst of it will again pass to our west and north. Had a couple of systems today that came through, and the worst did miss us by that same path. A lot of rain has been moving north and east from southwest Illinois around the St. Louis area all day long. So again, it appears as if we'll have a weather delay on the way. So we will step aside, keep our stream open. We'll probably be back around the bottom of the hour with an update here for you. But a weather delay in progress here at Dooley Health and Care Field. In the bottom of the 8th inning, it is a Roosevelt lead of 3-2. And we'll come back when we know more or when the game restarts as we pause for weather, with Roosevelt leading 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning, as you are tuned to CCAC Tournament Baseball. Just about 36 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone, as we'll have a little bit of another update for you as we continue to be in a weather delay. It's not so much rain right now. We had a few raindrops fall, but the issue here is lightning. I just took a walk outside of the booth here to one of the sky suites off to our right here on the first base side, and you can see quite a bit of lightning flashes out beyond third base, out toward the sky to the left of third base and to the left of the ballpark in general. And so that seems to be the issue. So we continue to wait as we are in the bottom of the eighth inning of game number 2 of our scheduled triple header today. Hopefully we'll be able to get all 3 games in. But we have just seen a couple of meetings going on here between tournament staff and the coaches. And right now, as of now, no decision has been made as of yet on how or when we will continue. But right now we continue for the moment in a weather delay here at Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois. It is a 3-2 lead for Roosevelt here in the bottom of the eighth inning. And we'll try to come back maybe around the top of the hour and let you know more about what's going on here at Dooley Health and Care Field as we hope to get these ball games in and keep the tournament on schedule. So we'll be back in a few minutes here, maybe at the top of the hour at about 9 o'clock, and fill you in on what might be going on. So until then, again, we hope you'll stay with us and hope you'll see it through to the end with us here as we continue on this, what turns out to be a rather rainy and weathery Thursday here on day 1 of the tournament. So we continue to be in a weather delay. We're in the bottom of the eighth inning. Roosevelt leading St. Ambrose 3-2 in this first round game. We'll see you in about 20 minutes at the top of the hour for another update. So we hope you join us then. So stay with us as you are tuned to CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, back with you again from Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois, as we continue on with a weather delay that it looks like now will be about to be concluded, as we will apparently be back playing in about 15 to 20 minutes, so that should be right around 9 p.m. Central Time here in Joliet, Illinois. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning of the second game of the day, Roosevelt against St. Ambrose. Roosevelt leading it by a score of 3-2. Game 1 today went to St. Francis with a dramatic game-ending grand slam homer in the bottom of the 9th inning. St. Francis advancing, defeating Trinity Christian 8-6. And now Game 2 underway. Game 3 still to come after that, should the weather permit. So it looks like we'll resume the ball game around the 9 o'clock hour. So the teams right now, if you can see on our video stream, are warming up. And when they take to the field, we will come back as well to pick up our call. In the bottom of the 8th inning, 3-2, Roosevelt leading St. Ambrose. So we'll see you in about the top of the hour, about 9 p.m., here as you are tuned, as always, to CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, we're back here at Dooley Health and Care Field as we're about to resume the ball game here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Game number 2 of scheduled 3. We've just had the announcement that the third game today will be postponed. Third game tonight between St. Xavier and Olivet Nazarene. And so we'll be back with you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and we'll have a long day tomorrow. 4 games coming up tomorrow here from Joliet. But right now, back to the present. We're getting back to it here. And as we resume here, in the bottom of the 8th inning, there are nobody on base, and here's the windup of the first pitch as it'll be in there for a called strike. And I want to double check here to make sure we have the correct batter at the plate here. I believe it'll be Sammy Estrada. He's next in my scorebook here. It is an 0-1 count. Here's the wind of the 0-1 now to Estrada, ducking out of the way of that one. And the count even now, and a ball and a strike. So no late start time here tonight for game number 3, and we'll have a quadruple header coming your way tomorrow here on the Lakers Sports Network. Here's the wind of the pitch. Fastball high and away. 2 balls and a strike now here to Estrada. We play here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the wind now and the delivery. That'll be in for a called strike. I'm going to get reset here in my scorebook. So I hope you'll, because there's a swing and a foul ball and home plate. It is Estrada batting in the number 8 spot in the order. And he is, in fact, leading off the inning. 3-2 ball game, bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the wind now in the next pitch. It'll be foul tipped at home plate. The count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Roosevelt the lead by a score of 3-2 here. Bottom of 8, looking ahead to the St. Ambrose 9th inning. After this long second weather delay, it will be Muha, Fitzgerald, and Lockery due up here, coming up for St. Ambrose. So again, no game 3 tonight. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Olivet Nazarene and St. X in a first-round matchup. So here we go. Here's the set now. And the pitch. Swung on and golfed and fouled off to the right side out of play. So we'll hold it 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Roosevelt in this game, 3 runs, 9 hits and an error. St. Ambrose, 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Here comes the set and the next pitch. Breaking ball, just missing down and away. That'll run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the set now. Grant Baker on the mound for St. Ambrose, and the payoff pitch. Down low, ball 4. That's a leadoff walk to start off the 8th inning for Roosevelt. So a walk to start things off. And that'll bring to the plate Luca Palucci. Pinch runner coming into the game. It'll be JoJo Mack again for the Lakers. He pinch ran earlier on in the game. And he will take first base now for Roosevelt. So here's Palucci. And the first pitch here on the way, and Palucci takes for a strike call, and it's 0-1. Palucci has 2 walks and a strikeout. So officially he's 0 for 1. Both times when he walked, he was stranded on base. That was back in the 2nd and then back in the 4th inning. Here's the set now and the pitch. Bunted, popped into the air. Right side, foul territory, and a good effort there behind the plate. Lato's the catcher going after it, but coming up well short there. Didn't have much of a chance, so the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes here to Luca Palucci. He'll be followed in the order by Sebastian Casillas and then Bryce Heyman here for Roosevelt. Bottom of 8, 3-2, Roosevelt with a lead. Winner to play tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Here's the set now, and the pitch. It'll be taken in there, called strike 3, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So Palucci, a punch out there, and now it'll be back to the top of the order, and Sebastian Casillas. Casillas, a single, a double, a line out to center, and a pop out to the second baseman. So Casillas stands in, 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. Grant Baker, the right-hander, toes the right edge of the rubber, now kicks and deals. That'll be a fastball high, 1 ball and no strikes. Bryce Heyman next, then it would be Koa Ogawa for the Lakers. Bottom of 8. 1 on, 1 out here in the Roosevelt 8th inning. Here's the pitch. Runner going. Pitch it looked like was outside. Throw to second base. The tag applied. And the ball getting away. And then, let's see here. Trying to go to, coming off the bag there. Oh, there was a tag play there right off the bat. That was a little bit of a strange situation as the tag was applied. The runner was out. But what happened was Mack then came off the base, and then he was kind of being chased there by the shortstop, Bryce Vincent. So that is the second out of the inning and a caught stealing. And so now 2 away and the base is empty. Here's the set now by Baker and the delivery. Fastball missing outside. So it is now 3-0 here to Sebastian Casillas. Righty versus lefty matchup, the kick and the pitch. And that'll be in there. Called strike on the outer half to make it 3-1. A couple of very tense, close ball games here, interrupted by weather throughout the day. Here's the 3-1 from Baker. Swung on, a chopper over the right side of the mound. Charging there at second, gloving the throw to first base, and just in time there as McCreary at second charging, scooped it up nicely on a short hop through to first base to end the inning. So the Lakers not able to score here in the bottom of the 8th inning. As in the frame, no runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, and none left on base. We go to the 9th, and St. Ambrose needs at least 1 to tie. We as your score going to the 9th, it is Roosevelt 3, St. Ambrose 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. So we head to the top of the 9th inning. It'll be Koa Ogawa now coming on, the Roosevelt closer, to try to wrap up this ball game. Aiden Brushaber now moves to shortstop. He comes into the game and will play at shortstop now for Roosevelt. As Koa Ogawa entering the game, trying to preserve a 1-run lead. This is the really kind of the purest form of the save. You see a lot of saves, to be honest with you, that are not all saves are created equal. We'll put it that way. You can get a save with a, I think, 3-run lead or less, but this is a classic save situation here. Koa Ogawa, a 3-1 record, a 4.42 ERA. He has 5 saves so far this year. He's tossed 18 1/3 innings. So the first batter he is going to face here will be Jake Muha for St. Ambrose. It'll be Muha, Fitzgerald, and Lockery. Ogawa into the wide in the first pitch of the 9th inning. And it'll be down low, 1 ball, no strikes. Jake Muha has a single, a double, and also has flied out to center field. 1 ball, no strikes. Ogawa, right-hander, kicks and deals. Strike called on the inner half. That makes it 1-1. Great start to this tournament as far as drama goes. Both of these games here on this opening day Thursday going down to the last batter. 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind and the pitch. Swung on, in the air, deep to right field, back toward the corner, to the track, to the wall. That ball is gone, and we are tied at 3 in the 9th inning. So Jake Muha goes deep, and we are even at 3. That ball, it was off the bat, and you thought it might have a chance. Palucci back to the fence after he got to the track and saw it sail over the wall. And so it is a 3-3 ball game. A new ball game here. Here now is Joey Fitzgerald. Ogawa kicks and deals, and the first pitch high and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Some dramatic home runs in both games on this opening day here in the CCAC tournament. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. And then a miss outside. 2-0 the count. Fitzgerald awaits. Righty versus lefty matchup. And the pitch. Fastball in there. Called strike. 2-1. Fitzgerald tonight has popped out twice. And also, he hit into a fly out 9-3 double play. Swing and a foul tip at home plate there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, that'll certainly give you a good morale boost if you're St. Ambrose to get the tying run across on a home run in the 9th inning. There's a swing and a foul right side. Bounding ball wide at first. So we hold it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, you can't ask for more tension than we've experienced here today. Here's the pitch. And that hits the batter. And so now, after a leadoff home run, Joey Fitzgerald hit by the pitch, and he's aboard at first base with a winning run for St. Ambrose. Daniel Lockery due up now for St. Ambrose. Let's see if we have a pinch hitter maybe coming to the plate. Get the binoculars out. And it looks like we will, in fact, have a pinch hitter coming up to the plate. Tyrese Morgan running at first. And Jalen Avery will bat now here for St. Ambrose. So Morgan in possession of the winning run at first base. And now Avery to the plate. Avery is a right-handed batter. Let's see if he has the sacrifice in mind here. He does square to bunt. The pitch was high. The runner was going to throw behind him to first base, but no throw to second. And so Morgan able to steal second base, and now the winning run is in scoring position for St. Ambrose. That was a great jump there, and by the time the throw got to Jack Kiefer at first base, it was really too late. The count to the batter now, 1 ball and no strikes. Avery, again, a right-handed batter awaits. Here's the set now, and the pitch from Koa Ogawa. Breaking ball in for a called strike, 1-1. Well, right now, this has turned into the very definition of a high-leverage situation. Winner of this game advances in the top half of the bracket. The loser will have to have a long win streak to try to win the championship. There's a bunt up the third base side. Past the mound. Perfect bunt here. Everybody will be safe. Runners at first and third now for the Bees. You could not lay down a better bunt there. Pushed beyond the mound. Pitcher couldn't get to it. And so a bunt single here. Morgan to third. And a golden opportunity now for St. Ambrose to put this game away. Here's Garrett Latos. Garrett Latos. Fly to center last time up. Also has a foul out and a walk. Meeting at the mound here now for Roosevelt. Well, you wonder right now if you walk the batter, although then you'd have to face the top of the order. But it's a situation here right now where you wonder if desperate times call for desperate measures. And St. Ambrose right now on the verge of pulling this game out of the fire. We do see still lightning a little bit on the horizon. Trying to get this ball game in. Yeah, if we played a third game today, then we probably wouldn't start till 10 p.m. I've seen it happen before, but they've decided to wait for game number 3 tomorrow. Now the home plate umpire will head out here to the pitcher's mound. I think they want to do everything they can to get this ball game in, at least this game in. Meeting on the mound breaks up. Koa Ogawa will remain in the game here for Roosevelt. And here is Garrett Latoz. Latoz in this game 0 for 2. Fly to center last time out. He's also walked in the game. So here we go. Here's the set by Koa Ogawa. Runners at the corners, nobody out. The pitch. Strike called over the outer half of the plate. It's 0-1. Well, if Ogawa gets this batter, he'll have to deal with the top of the order. Right now, a strikeout would be in order here. No balls, 1 strike. Throw to first base and the runner back in. Three, top of 9. Infield right now at double play depth here. A little surprised they're not pulled to the infield in. There's a swing and a miss. As we play in the top of the 9th inning, so now we will have a bottom of the 9th. Yeah, St. Ambrose, a golden opportunity to take the lead. Said win the game earlier, but that's not going to happen here quite yet. Throw to first base and the runner back in. So the runner back in, standing up, top of 9. St. Ambrose battling back, getting the game-tying home run, and now on the verge of taking the lead. Here's the set of the pitch. Swung on, hard to hit to third base. Glove there at third to second for 1. Relay, and that'll be in time for a double play, it looks like. Did they get him at first? Want to double check. So the runner having to hold at third base. They do get the double play. Around the horn, 5-4-3. And now back to the top of the order. Runner still at third base, 2 away in the inning. And now batting here will be Aiden Zatera for St. Ambrose. And he took the first pitch in for a strike. No balls and a strike. The next pitch. That'll be down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning. For Roosevelt, it'll be Heyman, Ogawa, and Barry due up. Heart of the order coming up for Roosevelt. The next pitch, a little bit of a jam shot. Bouncer to third base, charging. It'll get by. It'll go into left field, and St. Ambrose takes the lead. Ben Compton charging at third, tried to scoop it up. It was a little bit of a tough play, but it gets by him. And so St. Ambrose now in the lead, 4-3, as the runner from third coming in to score. So Zatara aboard at first base. That continues the inning now for Noah McCreary. McCreary struck out looking last time up. Throw to first base and the runner back in. That last play ruled an error on Ben Compton at third. Second error of the game on the Lakers. Here's the set now on the pitch. And that'll be in there for a called strike. So the count, no balls and 1 strike. Top of 9, 2 runs in for St. Ambrose. Here's the set now by Koa Ogawa. And the pitch. In there, called strike. And the count goes to 0-2. Brendan Matias would be next here for St. Ambrose. Top of 9. 4-3, St. Ambrose with a lead. The set by Ogawa. And the throw to first base and the runner back in. Ogawa leans in. Train rolling by the third base side. The tracks across the street. There's a swing and a ball ripped but fouled on the right field side. Mentioned earlier on, forgetting it was the top of the 9th inning, that St. Ambrose a great chance to win the game. Factually, that still is true, because now they're up here by a score of 4-3. How's that for the announcer getting out of a tight spot? Here's the set by Koa Ogawa. And the pitch. Breaking ball missing outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ogawa back on the rubber. Zatara at first base after reaching on an error that allows the go-ahead run to score. Here's the set now. And a throw to first base and the runner back in. Well, I'm glad I caught that before that run scored. That would have been a little bit of an ungraceful attempt at an exit after you think the game was over when it's still the top of the ninth inning. Swinging a pop-up left side, that'll be out of play. I think that happened in The Natural. The movie The Natural. I think there was a situation where Roy Hobbs and the New York Knights scored a run in the top of the ninth inning, and they started celebrating as if they'd won the ball game because they were on the road in that scene. Anyway, here's the set now. Time called as Ogawa off the pitching rubber. Again, no Game 3 today. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for the final first-round game of this tournament. Olivet Nazarene against St. Xavier. Ogawa coming set now, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But damage done for St. Ambrose. They get the dramatic game-tying home run, and then they take the lead on a fielding error. So in the inning for St. Ambrose, they pick up 2 runs in the frame, 2 runs in the inning, and it looks like 1 hit. There was an error and a runner left. Last chance now for Roosevelt. We go bottom 9 with a score. St. Ambrose 4, Roosevelt 3. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We head to the bottom of the ninth inning now. Joey Turek is on the pitch here to try to close it out for St. Ambrose after Koa Ogawa not able to close it out for Roosevelt on the top of the inning. It is now a 4-3 ball game in favor of St. Ambrose. And as we noted a moment ago, Bryce Heyman will start it off now for Roosevelt. It'll be Heyman, followed by Ogawa, and then James Berry. Bryce Heyman today has a single along with a pair of strikeouts. And then last time up, he grounded out unassisted to first base. So Turek, the right-hander on the mound, he'll be operating as he toes the right edge of the rubber. He kicks and deals. He's out of the windup. And the first pitch to Bryce Heyman, missing inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Again, Heyman, Ogawa, and Berry. Roosevelt now needing a run suddenly to keep the ball game alive. Here's the 1-0. High and away, 2 balls and no strikes. It has been a roller coaster ride through both of these ball games. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. 4-3, St. Ambrose the lead. Next pitch, look out. Took a brief glance at the scoreboard, then came back and saw Bryce Heyman trying to get out of the way of that ball. And so the count 3-0. Left-handed hitting, Heyman awaits. Here's the wind in the 3-0. And did it hit him? Either way, it's going to be either a hit bat or a ball 4. I think it was the latter. So we'll call it a walk here for now. And either way, the tying run on base right away here for Roosevelt in the bottom of the ninth inning, and that'll bring to the plate Koa Ogawa. Ogawa, 9 home runs on the year. He can win it with 1 swing of the bat here for Roosevelt. We had a game-ending home run in the first game, a grand slam from St. Francis, and now Ogawa will, I'm not sure if he's going to be trying to hit a home run here, but he certainly is capable. Ogawa fly to right his last time up. He's 2 for 4 in the game. Righty versus righty matchup. Turek comes set now, and the pitch. And that'll be high and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Ogawa out of the box, now back in, levels the bat over the plate. Drama here at the CCAC tournament opening round. Here's the set of the 1-0. It'll go to the backstop. It'll be a wild pitch, and Bryce Heyman will take second base. And now the tying run in scoring position. So neither team right now handling Prosperity well. The count to the batter now is 2 balls and no strikes. Well, this game was scheduled to start at 4. It began at about 5:50. And we've had at least one weather delay here. It was about 8:02. It was a 48-minute weather delay. Meeting at the mound now here for St. Ambrose. The count is 2 balls and no strikes to Koa Ogawa. Well, right now, Ogawa, I would guess he's not necessarily thinking home run. He just wants to get a ball to drive to try to get a base hit to maybe tie the ball game. Here's the set now by Turek and the pitch. Ogawa taking up high, 3-0. A walk here would put the winning run on first base for Roosevelt. 3 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Taking all the way, and it caught the inner half of the plate for a called strike, 3-1. Heyman in possession of the tying run and scoring position at second base. After all this, it would be interesting if we went to extra innings. Here's the pitch. That was up in the zone and popped foul right side out of play. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes, so Turek battling back nicely. Back into a full count here against Koa Ogawa, who steps out of the box, takes a practice swing. Now back in. Ogawa, back foot near the back right corner of the batter's box. Here's the pitch. Swung on, topper to the left side. Glove there at third base, and then it'll be bobbled here, and everybody will be safe. Charging there was Fitzgerald at third. Tough play, tried to scoop it up on what would be the infield grass on a natural turf field. Could not come up with it cleanly, and so Koa Ogawa is aboard. That'll bring to the plate James Berry. Meeting at the mound for St. Ambrose. The Fighting Bee bullpen is busy. That'll be scored an error on Fitzgerald at third, so an E5 on the scoring. And we'll have a new pitcher come into the game. So Joey Turek's outing is short-lived. We'll take a break, come back. Bottom of 9, 4-3 St. Ambrose, but the Roosevelt Lakers are threatening. Take a break and come back, tell you about the new pitcher after a timeout. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, Parker Ruth, right-hander now, comes into the game for St. Ambrose, trying to keep the game in a St. Ambrose lead here. Roosevelt threatening. James Berry now to the plate here for the Roosevelt Lakers. Runners at first and second. And the first pitch to Berry. In for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Berry in this game has 2 hits, as well as a fly out and a sacrifice fly for an RBI. Next pitch, in for a called strike. So now that makes it no balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of the 9th inning, 4-3 St. Ambrose. Parker Ruth, right-hander, toes the left edge of the rubber, kicks and deals. And that'll be over but low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Berry started a little bit to swing there, but held up. So a ball and 2 strikes now to James Berry. Ruth looks in, looks back at second base. Now he'll fire. Fastball low. 2 balls now and 2 strikes. Everybody battling down to the last pitch here in these 2 ball games. Berry awaits the 2-2 offering. Way upstairs. Good reach up there by Latos behind the plate to reel it in. It's now 3-2. A walk and then an error, putting runners at first and second for Roosevelt here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's the set now by Parker Ruth. And the pitch. Right down the pipe for a called strike. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Strike 3 called, 1 away in the inning. And that'll bring up Luis Delgado. So Berry, a strikeout victim. Parker Ruth right away getting a punch out. And here is Delgado. Delgado has flied to right, struck out, doubled in a run, and also he's been hit by a pitch. Delgado taking the first pitch here. Down and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Jack Kiefer would be next, then Ben Compton here for Roosevelt. Here's the set now. And the pitch. That'll be upstairs. As it is now Aiden Brushaber, by the way, batting here for Delgado. So Brushaber batting now at the plate for Roosevelt. And he takes the second pitch high, 2-0 now to Brushaber. Breaking ball in there, called strike to make it 2-1. I was just wondering, as Delgado's spot on the lineup came up, he was the DH to start the game. And I was just thinking Aiden Brushaber coming in defensively at the top of the inning, what place in the order he would take. And just as I thought that, he was at the plate. There's a strike high. Looked like it came in high and inside, but it caught the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, 1 away in the inning. Here's the pitch. Little topper to the left of the mound. And it'll stop dead. Picked up at third base. No throw. Everybody's safe. The bases are loaded with 1 away. Well, not hard hit. It'll look like a rocket in the scorebook, as they say in the box score. But it gets the job done, and Brushaber now at first base, and the bases are loaded. And that'll leave it up now to Jack Kiefer. Just a little topper. It went about maybe 60 feet up the line. Fitzgerald coming on, and I think he wisely did not try to make a throw to first base. That could have ended in disaster. So here we go, righty versus righty. First pitch to Kiefer. Soft liner, knocked down at the mound, picked up, throw to the plate to get the lead runner, and they get him at home plate on a great play there by Parker Ruth. He knocked the ball down. I'm not sure if it hit the ground before it got to him. It was a little flare. He knocked it down, quickly recovered, and fired to the plate to get the out. And there are now 2 out in the inning. So that's the second out on a 1-2 fielder's choice. Everybody else moves up 1. Still the bases are loaded. And now here's Ben Compton. Compton struck out looking last time up. He's 1 for 4 in the game. First pitch to him. Swing and a foul tip at home plate. It'll skip back to the backstop. No balls and a strike. Drama here. Bottom of 9. (4-3) St. Ambrose trying to hold on to the lead and win the ball game and advance to the second round tomorrow at 7 p.m. Here's the set now by Parker Ruth and the delivery. Breaking ball upstairs. And now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners at every base. Ruth comes set now. And the pitch. Taken. Strike call to the letters. And now St. Ambrose a strike away here from a dramatic come-from-behind win. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Compton awaits. Here's the set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and St. Ambrose strands 3 base runners in the 9th inning, and they pull out a win here in Game 2 of the CCAC Baseball Championship. Congratulations all around. What a job there by Parker Ruth coming on. and getting the final outs as the St. Ambrose relieving corps there had to work around a few bumps in the road there in the ninth inning, but the game ends and St. Ambrose able to advance. So your final totals in the ball game for St. Ambrose: 4 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. For the Lakers of Roosevelt, 3 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors. And so St. Ambrose, as we said, advances. Had them advancing, or at least maybe advancing a little bit too early in the ball game, but they are able to advance, and Roosevelt now will be headed to the bottom part of the bracket here in the 2024 CCAC tournament. So that'll wrap it up for the day. A truncated schedule here, as again St. Ambrose wins it by a score of 4-3, getting 2 runs in the ninth inning off Roosevelt closer Koa Ogawa. So now Game 4 will be tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. That'll be Game 3, it'll be between Olivet Nazarene and St. Xavier. And it'll be now Roosevelt tomorrow facing Trinity Christian in a loser's bracket game tomorrow afternoon in a 1 p.m. scheduled start. Well, one day of baseball. It has been cut short by the weather, and that'll make for a little bit of a longer day tomorrow. We'll be back bright and early now, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, as it'll be Game 3 of the first round on the way next. It'll be St. Xavier against Olivet Nazarene, and we hope you'll join us then. Thanks to Dave Laquetta on stats. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Final score here in game number 2, St. Ambrose 4, Roosevelt 3. Hope you enjoyed our long day of baseball. We've got another one ahead tomorrow. Hope you'll join us for that. Either way, until we speak to you again, this is Tom Westenfeld. Thank you so much for being with us. And for now, from Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois, we wish you all a very pleasant good night.